Hi guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'll be giving you guys my thoughts in reaction to the mid-season premiere, the return of our favorite spin-off series, AMC's Fear the Walking Dead. I just got done watching it a few minutes ago, and there's a lot to talk about, but now before I begin, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review. Again, if you're not caught up on Fear the Walking Dead by this episode, or the mid-season finale, or just this season in general, keep in mind this is a spoiler-filled review, so I will be making references to the first half of season 4, and obviously what just went down in tonight's episode as well. So if you're not caught up, do not keep watching or listening to this, and if you are caught up, please keep watching and listening to this. Alright, so you have been warned though, so spoilers starting from here on out, starting now. Okay, so it was nothing spectacular or overwhelming, but it did have a few cool scenes in it. I really liked seeing Morgan and Alicia work together in killing the walkers, like luring them out of the lumber mill office, and that Morgan drawing them away, and then Alicia taking her metal spike spear looking thing and then cutting that line that was holding the bundle of wood, and it just comes crashing down and crushes the walkers instantly. I mean, ouch. I could hear and feel the crunching of their bones as they just all went flat under the wood, and I'm like, ah, damn. But anyway, so that was pretty cool. But you know what I thought was interesting about this episode is that our characters weren't necessarily living together. Like, Morgan was living on his own, Al was living on her own, and then John, June, and Charlie were all living together in an old school bus, and then Alicia, Strand, and Luciana were all living in this luxurious mansion type thing. So it's not like they weren't completely separate from each other and they knew where everybody was around them. So it's like they formed their own little neighborhood, so to speak, but they weren't necessarily living together. And what else I thought was interesting about this episode, based on the reactions of Luciana and Strand, I guess it wasn't all water under the bridge, because I was originally under the impression from the last episode, from the mid-season finale, that they had made their peace with Charlie, with her killing Nick, but I guess, you know, something like that would take a considerable amount of time to get over, and they're probably not ready to forgive yet, especially Alicia. So clearly it's not all water under the bridge, and there's still some tension and resentment there on Strand and Luciana's part, and it's totally understandable, but it also makes for interesting storytelling and good conflict between our characters. And something else I really enjoyed about this episode too is that both Morgan and John took the younger survivors under their wing, or they recognized themselves in someone else, and they tried to prevent them from going down the wrong path like they did. Like, Morgan saw Alicia in a similar state that he was when he had lost everything, and how she had wanted to just avoid people altogether and really isolate herself, and he was trying to bring her back into the fold. And then John was trying to reach out to Charlie, and he was trying to reach out to Charlie, and he really wanted to let her know that it's okay, you don't have to talk right away, but you do have to talk eventually. And if you end up for not talking, you may never speak again, basically. So I loved how this episode was like people who saw themselves in others, and they were trying to prevent those people from going down the same path. And I think that's pretty noble of them. Like, they're trying to help them. Like, they recognize the pain that someone else is in, and they've been in their shoes, and they're trying to stop that person from going down the wrong path. So that's that. And then excuse me. So that's that, and I really thought that was interesting. I like it because it was very human of them, because it's like I like to think that I try to do that for people that I care about. If I see someone in a predicament that I was once in many years ago, and I see them going through similar troubles, and I try to advise them or push them in the right direction of what not to do to have them avoid doing whatever it was that I did. And I think that's just a very human, normal reaction, but I love that it happens especially during a time like this in the apocalypse. So I thought that was pretty damn cool. I love the fact that not only do they have to deal with walkers, but now they've got the elements to worry about. As we saw from the Comic-Con trailer, there's going to be a hurricane or a storm on the rise, and that's going to be causing a lot of serious problems for our characters. You know, I'm curious about that box of supplies that was left out that June and Al found while they were checking out why the walkers were floating downriver. And then something else I really enjoyed was right after Morgan was comforting Alicia after she was broken, that the guy she thought she was going to rescue in the lumber mill office turned out to be a walker. I loved how Alicia kind of turns around his argument and throws it back in his face, like, or you could stay here and look out for us. Because he was previously just mentioning how she should stick around to look out for Strand and Luciana, who need her and wants her around. And then Alicia turns that around on Morgan, and she's like, well, you should stay here instead of going back to Alexandra. What if we need you here? And he doesn't have a response for it because she raises an excellent point. So I thought that was pretty cool. I really, really liked that. So that was pretty dope. And I thought overall it was a very good episode. I loved the fact that even though I'm disappointed Morgan and Madison never got to meet or have any screen time, I am still really, really enjoying the relationship between Morgan and Alicia when you've got two leading characters from two separate shows but in the same universe sharing the screen together. That is very, very exciting, at least for Walking Dead fans such as myself. So every moment we got to see a scene between just those two in this episode was really, really exciting and interesting for me. So I really love seeing Morgan trying to help Alicia find her way again, and then the two of them working together to safely dispatch a horde of walkers. So very good return episode. I thought Strand was pretty hilarious in this episode, although I don't think he's going to find the solution to all his problems at the bottom of a bottle. So he is, I'm glad that he is helping John look for Charlie, and maybe he can start to feel better about everything again. And I hope Luciana snaps out of her depressed stupor too, because I feel like they could tell a little bit more story with her before they kill her off. Because I thought, oh, well, this is it. They're going to kill her off. When that walker was coming up behind her and the music was blasting, I thought, okay, they're going to kill her because her lover's dead, so it makes sense to kill her. But nope, Strand saved her, although I did have a bit of a mini heart attack when I saw Strand fall backwards with the walker on top of him, but fortunately no bites, so that was good. So overall, solid, good return episode. I'm really excited for what is to come for the rest of the season, as I hope you guys are as well. So what did you think of this episode? Did you like it, love it, hate it, dislike it, thought it was okay, thought it was meh? Please leave your thoughts and opinions and your feedback down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear from everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as we continue to follow the journey of our characters in Season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead, with new episodes airing every Sunday night on AMC. Don't miss it. Have a great rest of the night, everybody. I hope you get off to a fresh start tomorrow morning with a brand new week upon us. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.